What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to show you how to control a pan tilt light, the Intimidator 255 Spot from Chauvet, plus how to set up a PTZ DMX camera controller. Let me show you some footage from this weekend that we used this on. That was a pretty good concert.
Yeah, and this thing really has stepped up the production value of our on-site streams.
We just finished a live stream using this, and Tess, why don't you show that how we have control? This is in a separate room next door, yet we've controlled it with this DMX controller. We've got like a 50-foot cable that goes from here to the room next door, and that's it right there.
Yeah, so right now we have what's called a Gobo set up in this light. You can put customized little cutouts in there. It's our logo. We've got the geek guy in there right now spinning around. Paul's going to adjust some of the colors that you can display through the DJ light lens.
Crazy.
You can really get crazy with these settings. I mean, it can really do just about anything you can imagine when it comes to lighting. It's really impressive.
So let me show you guys. Well, really quickly, let me just move it around a little so you guys can see it moving around. So it is a full
got a little joystick there,
pan tilt light there, and it actually, the way it ships, it doesn't actually include a joystick. So this is the Intimidator, obviously right there, and it's plugged via DMX out there into this box right here. So let me show the overhead, and you guys can see how this looks. Is that coming through? Yeah. So when this thing ships, actually, the way DMX works is there's 512 channels of DMX, and each one of these sliders is a channel of DMX. Now, down here, we can choose our fixtures. So if we have, with this one in particular, if we have up to 12 different lights, we just click, all right, I want to control light 2. And if 2 lights are on, we're actually controlling both.
So right now we're just controlling one.
Yep,
correct?
Just controlling one. So the difference between this and like a PTZ joystick, camera joystick, you always only control one camera at a time. But with this, you could say, all right, I want all my cameras to turn blue. Or all my lights.
That makes sense from a production standpoint.
Which is interesting.
Or you can just apply one color to one and another to the other. Okay.
Now, this joystick here, by default, usually doesn't work. And that's why I wanted to make this video, because it's really kind of annoying. What you have to do is, let's zoom into the DMX. Now, every single DMX light should include a DMX Assignment Sheet. And you can see here, by default, channel 1 is pan, channel 2 is fine pan, channel 3 is tilt. So for example, channel 6 should change our gobo wheel, which I can see it's doing. And for example, so each one of these channels will change it. So let's go back to our overview view here, but that gives you an idea. So pan and tilt are channels 1 and 3, yet this joystick right here is channel 15 and 16, or if we're on page 5, it's 31 and 32. So you actually have to go into the manual of the entire Obey 70, and there's a process for using the program setup to change whatever channel 1 is to channel, what is that, 15, and whatever channel 3 is, because that's tilt, to channel 16. So once you've done that, you can operate it with a joystick. I found that the joystick's actually kind of not as responsive as these sliders. So it's really up to you if you want to use the joystick.
It's not as accurate, I guess we would say.
It's not as accurate.
It's a little too
fast.
These
sliders are more accurate. So that's up to you, but I wanted to explain how that works with you guys, how you can set up a DMX controller. We had a lot of fun with this. The only other thing that with this joystick that's sorry, it's not really a joystick, but it sort of is. It's more of a lighting control console.
It's familiar in that way to us, so that's how it comes out.
I mean, do you call that even a joystick? It's more of like an XY knob.
It's a joystick.
But the only other thing with this is that it does have something called scenes. So The scenes are essentially, you could have like 6 different lights set up to be all blue or green or different, like some of them green, some of them blue, stuff like that. And then, so scenes are basically collections of, you know, settings for all the cameras. And then chases, what those are, lights, I'm calling them cameras, I apologize. For the chases, what these are essentially programmed steps between scenes.
Okay.
So if you wanted to have like,
I'm thinking
green,
like
blue,
feeder
movie, yeah, things changing all the time. You'd set up all your scenes, but then you'd have the chases. What they would do is they'd say, all right, do this scene, and this scene in an order. So that's a pretty good overview of how this baby works. And then the speed time and the fade time, that's how long those chases
These are
take.
essentially presets then.
Yeah, those are like, just like camera presets. We come from the PTZ camera world, so it gives you an idea of how it works. But I do like this little joystick, and they're, you know, these DMX joysticks. We just wanted to show you how they work.
That thing moves fast.
It's a fast one, and that is kind of cool because you can. I think, Tess, you were playing with something. I think it was 12, and that one, or maybe
it is fun to play with.
13.
But, make sure you know what you're doing before you bring this out, because things can get crazy quick.
I think it's this one. It automatically moves in like a rotation and all kinds of different spinning movements and different things. But that is a quick overview of how to set up a DMX controller. You need that manual. Oh, last tip. Gotta remember to remind you guys this. Save yourself some headache and put some either stickers, or I've seen people put a whole piece of white tape right here and write down what these channels are.
We need to do that.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be doing that soon. You got to do that. But don't forget to subscribe, because we have a whole lot more information about using software DMX. This is hardware controller DMX, old school style. But we're going to be talking about software, Wi-Fi, even controlling, and I didn't even tell you about this, controlling the lights with my smartwatch, smartphone, all that kind of stuff. So subscribe. We're bringing more videos, but wanted to show you this one first.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.